see. Guys, I have so many bows now.
Bows on bows on bows. You drop bows on them. Jordan says, y'all, the Jordan Mallory page of the Wikia needs some trivia. Do you have any trivia about yourself, Jordan? That
I
you
don't
can
have some
share?
trivia about Jordan.
I don't
had
know.
some trivia about Jordan.
I don't know
Go ask
shit about Jordan.
You should do that.
I'm not even convinced he's a real person.
No, I think he's. Wait, are you saying he might be a flesh mecha?
Gross.
I don't think that's fair, Phil.
Johnny Madden says, I'm pretty sure I'm on up all night tonight on nightmare duty because Kiddo caught an episode of Walking Dead when he was 3. That's super sad, but also kind of funny.
Yeah.
Agard says, would you say your AI companions are pretty good? I actually, so one thing that, from the very little I've played, the 2 or 3 maps I've played with AI companions now, it feels like they're not great. It feels like they're dying pretty often, and like they're not really holding their own. And also, they seem to be leveling up. I don't know if they level up, but they're definitely leveling up slower than I am. Oh god,
Right.
I have that lady with me now. Oh boy. Yeah, Daisy Crab says they're serviceable. The game is definitely multiplayer, though.
It simply says to report to the castle.
Hey Phil, you wound up with the Amazon.
Yeah.
Good job.
I did.
Where's the job?
Kill 10 enemies while riding atop a Dragonlisk or Sabretooth. That sounds cool. I'd like to do that.
You assume that the letter was sent by the Prime Minister. Perhaps he has another request for you. Count Dean is waiting for you at the throne room. It is he who sent the letter.
I think this Count Dean is a bad guy.
After your previous encounter, you can only assume that he's up to something nefarious.
You're only saying that because he looks exactly like what a bad guy looks like.
Also, because the game just said you can only assume he's up to something nefarious.
The guards have drawn their swords and are blocking the exit. Count Dean starts talking to you in a soft voice.
Draskell says I thought this game doesn't come out till the 8th. That is correct, I think. I think that's the date.
He says that he has personally
I have an
requested
advance
your
press
assistance
copy,
in
and
performing a task for
the embargo for streaming was today, so Atlas gave us permission to stream some.
Fortress on the border.
Nice.
This underground fortress is a well-known
6th.
structure.
Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds more right.
Originally built to defend against the Orc army, it now lies in Orc hands. Scout them and learn their invasion routes. It is a very dangerous mission, but refusal means that you will be at the mercy of Dean's guards. You accept.
Comes out on iTunes' birthday.
Per Count Dean's request,
Happy birthday,
you agreed
Tuna.
to infiltrate and surveil the subterranean fortress.
Could be my
of the
child's
country's
birthday
border.
at this point. We don't know.
Could be. Could be.
I think it is safe to say now at this point that my child will have an August birthday.
Yeah. Yep. I think that's pretty safe.
Pretty safe.
The Orc
Jake,
army
I tune it in the chat, says, happy birthday to me. Atlas is giving me some cake. Boom.
Wilhelm asks what systems this will be out on. It is... Whoa, there are bad guys. I need to pay attention. This is PS3 and Vita. Nothing else right now.
thought there were a bunch of things coming out in August. Is that not true?
August
Why did I
is,
think there were a bunch?
no, August is
But-
super busy for game releases. There's a
Yeah.
ton coming out.
Isn't Saints Row 4?
Saints
in
Row 4.
August?
Saints Row 4, Splinter
And
Cell,
Rune
XCOM.
Factory,
Rune Factory 4.
Yeah, Rune Factory 4, the biggest of the bunch.
right? Get hype, get hype. When's Rune Factory?
Hometown Story is coming out in September.
Mm.
I don't like that they're putting those two things so close together. They feel
Yeah.
kind of overlappy. I'm gonna need a lot more time with Rune Factory.
Oh, did it?
Doru says Rune Factory got pushed back.
Oh.
Did it?
It's late September
again?
or October now.
It was supposed to come out in July, and then they pushed it back into August, and I guess maybe they pushed it back again.
Wing Damage asks if I'm reviewing Final Fantasy XIV, and yes, that is currently the plan. Reviewing MMOs is always a tricky thing, so it'll probably be a while after the game comes out that the review actually goes up. But yes, I will be playing it for review.
GameStop.com now says 9/10/2013 for Rune Factory 4.
That's even closer to Hometown Story.
Mm-hmm.
That is like 14 days before Hometown. I'm not happy about that at all.
Maybe. Oh wow! Actually, Xseed says right now we could be looking at a late September or October release.
Yeah.
So.
It's like they specifically hate
Step
me.
into the enemy kitchen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, DuckTales also in October. All of the Microsoft Summer of Arcade games, including Charlie Murder, which I was talking about earlier.
Right. What else is on the Summer of Arcade this year? Oh man, look at that Habbo Gobbo.
That Brothers game from Starbreeze, which I'm really interested in because it's Starbreeze's first thing doing where they're like, hey, let's do something that's not a shooter, and it looks really interesting. I think that could be a cool game.
The chef returns to have meat cut.
Oh, is Shelter coming out in August or near the end of August?
I don't know what that is.
What?
That's the
Shut
one
up.
where you're a badger and it looks like
What?
What?
it looks
Phil,
like decoupage.
Stop playing this game. What are you doing?
I actually don't think I know what that is.
Phil,
Patrick
what?
played it like yesterday, I think, on Giant Bomb.
Oh.
But it's like you're a badger and you have little baby badgers and you're
I
sort of
mean,
going out in the wilderness.
you're saying all the right things to get me interested.
Dude, it is so rad.
And it's visually really nice. It's by the people who made PID. the
Oh,
platformer.
cool! Yeah. PID was an interesting game.
But it is not a platformer. Like it's a full sort of roaming around nature thing, and it all looks like it's sort of cut out of scrapbook paper.
It looks so good. It really, really, really does.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna link the announced trailer, which is a minute long, and it's
Did
really
it get
good.
through on Greenlight?
I hope so.
I think they were saying that it got through on Greenlight. It might still be on Greenlight, but
Yes, they have been greenlit.
nice.
Well, that sounds super cool. I'm definitely interested in that. And that's August
Yeah.
also, though?
I think so.
I think so.
I wish that was
I
not
think-
August.
When Patrick was talking about it, I think he mentioned that they're planning to release or like at least have some playable situations for the end of August.
I super wish that was not August.
I mean, it'll probably also be like a reasonably small game. Doesn't look like it's going to be
Yeah.
a massive thing. Like,
No, definitely not. The second video I like is actually better because it actually shows some gameplay and not just the art style. Also, the music is so dope.
it is pretty good.
I think you mean so dope. Pretty sure that's what you meant to say.
Guys, I got these daggers.
You see them daggers? See, I like a lot of these enemy designs. I like their orc and goblin designs. Goblin designs. Blazing Raven seems to have created a new Kefkateran stream group. Stream Friends Steam group. That he has linked in the chat.
That was a mouthful.
Listen.
I will
whatever,
definitely
don't-
join that. Thanks for making that, man.
Yeah.
That will help if we do some multiplayer stuff. It sucks because I always want to do more like multiplayer games where we can interact with the people in the chat and stuff, have them play with us.
Yeah.
The problem is just that I don't play a lot of multiplayer games.
Exactly. That was earlier we played, Dre and I played that D&D beat 'em up with Axicall and Agort in the chat.
Oh, that's
So-
awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, co-op stuff is definitely more likely, and you know, if I do any more of this game on stream, it would, once I unlock multiplayer and once other people have the game, I would definitely be open to doing it.
I also really like games that have a place for the chat in them, as advisors or as kind of collaborators, which is one of the reasons I'm really excited is to force you to play the YOG at some point, because that is a really good game that chat can participate in.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna play the YOG. That sounds awesome. Oh, can I ride this thing? I want to ride this thing.
What?
Oh god, no, I don't want to attack it. How do I...
I really wish the Amazon's ass wasn't facing the camera at all times.
Oh,
Well, no. Sometimes she's running and you can't see her whole cheek. You only see a half cheek.
Fair enough.
But then her tits are out, so, I mean, you gotta pick one. So wait, are you riding that Dragonlisk?
I
Oh,
am.
that's pretty cool. That's
Yeah.
super cool.
Also, that
What
dead
a-
person said, but I was blocking. Which I think is pretty great.
Pretty good. Why is your Dragonlisk on fire, Phil?
I don't really know, but it's dead now, so we don't have to worry about that anymore.
Did you kill your 5 dudes or whatever?
No, that's in a different map also, that quest, so
Oh,
I don't think it
does
would have
not
counted
tell
if
you.
I did it here. Maybe it would have, but I suspect not. There's just fire everywhere.
It really is. I feel like your rogue guy is not really contributing to the main problems that you guys are running into. Like, I'm glad he's able to unlock chests and all that, but maybe you should give that dude your bow so he can just like hang back and shoot guys at least.
Yeah, he
Kind of just a
doesn't.
walking lockpick.
He is actually like literally not. He doesn't attack at all.
I mean, he was just off screen. He just ambled
Yeah.
on.
Oh shit, these guys are sleeping.
He's your Elizabeth.
Shh, stealth mission.
Alright.
Do 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 do. Do do do. Oh, I sung on stream earlier, Phil. It was real bad. Don't go back and listen to it. It was real bad.
Why would you do that? I'm not.
Because this music was really good. It required freestyle R&B singing.
Here, can I get it? Can I get some people's opinions on this? Because I made fun of Andrew for having a face cam
We brought that up.
on stream. You brought it up.
Yep.
Okay, good.
Earlier, while I was singing, Andrew said you should really stop that, Austin. I don't think Phil would appreciate you singing on this. I said we should probably add some face cams.
Oh God. What do you guys? So like, I realize a lot of streamers do it, and a lot of streamers I like do it, but it just seems like the worst thing to me.
Yeah.
I'm curious what people in the chat think.
I don't think it's the worst thing, but I think in a lot of cases it's just not necessary.
Right. I
And
think it
it's
has
this
some
weird
pretty-
kind of thing where you're making it more about you.
I mean, it's
than
weird.
about the game.
Like, on the one hand, I want to say, oh, it just distracts from the game, but then again, like, we're fucking talking over the game nonstop
Right.
anyways, so it's not like I have a fucking leg to stand on that.
I think there's this like problem with associations, which is like a lot of people who do streaming and let's plays who use face cams. A lot of those people aren't people that I want my streams to be like. Like, I don't want to do the PewDiePie thing.
Sure. There are a lot of like really great streamers who do face cams too, though. So
Sure.
you know, I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to like say everybody who does a face cam is terrible, because there are. I would say like probably some ridiculous like 75% of the people streaming on Twitch are using face cams, and a lot of them are really totally solid streamers.
Right. I just, for me, there's so many cases where it doesn't add anything. I don't know what
Yeah.
the case is that I'm like, I'm so glad they had a face cam for that. I'm sure that comes up. I'm sure there are
Yeah,
games
I
that
think
I'm like,
I think I've seen like some cases where they're like, "Oh, it was so great seeing the reaction on your face when this
Right.
one moment happened." But
other thing
there's
for
another
me-
problem
But yeah,
for
that's
me.
that's kind of the place for it, is like for jump scares and games that are horror games and games that are surprising you and stuff. If it's just where you're just fucking staring at the screen for hours, talking.
Right. Crossley says, yeah, it helps get across emotion and intent. The way our streams tend to go, just like that isn't. I don't know.
There's another problem with me, which is, guys, I'm just incredibly horrifically ugly. Like, I don't know if you've
Right.
seen this. It's just like warts everywhere
It's a
and
medical condition.
like flesh dripping off of my face. It's really. I think it would distract.
Well, here's my idea. You should let the flesh drip off of your face. Just, I know you've been holding it in place, like you go with every day and like get it all patched up. But what if you just let it drip off, and then brought some cherubs around? They collect it up, and they make you a nice new flesh mecha that you can put your new baby into.
I mean, here's what I'm hoping
baby.
is, once this baby exists, I'm not gonna have to worry about the flesh dripping on my face anymore because I'm gonna have a new face.
Right, a baby face.
Yeah,
Or at least a new source of flesh.
one or the other.
And babies grow, so it's like more flesh every day.
A constantly renewing source of flesh. Yes.
We're getting arrested later
Yeah.
for this. To make sure we're all on the same page.
There's
Yeah,
just.
I don't know.
The other thing is, for me, I've never even considered it because there are a lot of implications when you're a girl and you have a face cam. And
right.
it unfortunately, invites a lot
Yeah.
of attention I just don't want.
And
it's,
yeah.
I apparently have a nice voice and I invite some attention I don't really want anyways.
And that, I think
Oh,
a lot of
God.
the people who would say you have a really nice voice would step over that line, and would that
and
would
I
be
mean,
really
again,
frustrating.
would do it usually, not always because it's the internet, but would usually do it in a way where they think they're being flattering and
This seems your most likely
just,
escape route.
just don't. Just,
Generic
No.
username says, Phil, why don't you do the Giant Bomb face cam scheme? I don't know what their face cam scheme is.
do you mean Patrick's night vision cam?
Somebody
Don't
suggested
do that.
Somebody suggested a cat cam. I like that. I like that
Yeah,
idea a
of
lot.
The giant bomb thing, I think, is that they don't cover up. If I'm guessing here is what he's referring to. They don't cover up gameplay with it. They like sidebar it and then shrink the gameplay to fit in the remaining
Sure.
space. It's not like, which is definitely preferable. And you know what? As a person who watches a ton of giant bomb stuff, I do get why they film themselves. Like,
But they also have like a full-time video guy toggling between and juggling all that stuff. When you're doing it on your own, that's usually not that feasible.
and they're all in the same room. Like,
Yeah. They've
I guess
multiple cameras.
I guess for
multiple
like
angles.
their older stuff that they've been doing, like where they're doing older games, in those cases they are not doing it. Like they're just doing it at home. I think in a lot of cases.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think that might be what he's referring to. But I don't know. Still not really necessarily what I'm interested in. I think it's cool that people are into that. It's just not my thing.
It's also a bit different for them because in a lot of cases we're used to seeing them as video personalities.
Sure.
And we're used to seeing their face. And that's a big part of just the context we're usually exposed to them in. And that's not, it's not, and also they're part of the really personality-driven side of games journalism. Not everyone has to be that.
Yeah, I wouldn't say we're not that on the stream.
Well, that's
No.
also true, but
yeah.
But also, I just really cannot get this across enough. Like, just incredibly ugly. I am hideous.
Phil. Buddy. You
don't worry.
okay?
I made that little scribble knot
Hey,
guy for you,
Austin.
so we can just get a little
Yeah.
feed of him, and you can use that as a face cam.
Austin, if I'm not hideous, how come you won't go out with me?
Well, you just haven't put it. Here's the thing, Phil. Most guys give me, before I go out with them, they give me at least like 7 to 10 kindness points. You've really only given me like 3 or 4. Plus you're not as hot as them. You know, maybe if you were a real nice guy, you wouldn't be in the friend zone. You wouldn't be in Green Hill friend zone anymore.
Green Hill Friend Zone sucks.
It really does. This Minotaur is pretty interesting as a design. I like his hands a lot.
I just set him on fire,
That's good.
and then I shot wind at him, which probably put the fire out. Oh god.
Peace, Agort.
No!
Also, I feel you, Phil, regarding facecam, like, weirdness. I am in a... Because I'm the biggest nerd, I play in an online tabletop RPG, an online indie tabletop RPG. And we use Google Hangouts for that.
Sure.
And these are with, like, friends of mine, and I'm still like, oh, I don't like being on camera.
No, I don't actually, so this is probably part of my problem. I don't actually even have a webcam. Like, to the point where we have Google Hangout meetings for work, and everybody is on cam except I just have, like, a blank space, like a black space, where I would be on cam, and everybody is like, Phil, why haven't you gotten a cam yet? And I don't know, man. All my coworkers just want my body. It's really frustrating.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons I don't want to come visit you in San Francisco. I'll just embarrass myself, you know?
Oh. Man, this guy is, this guy's tough. Also, he's making, like, really ridiculous cow noises, which I kind of like.
Yeah, that's pretty good, too. That's one of the reasons I like his hands, is his hands look really human. Like, when I think about Minotaurs, normally they, like, stand upright, but they don't have, like, flesh hands, they have furry hands. Not like this guy has just, like, human hands.
Oh, I'm out of arrows, fuck.
Uh-oh. Dr. Evil Bones, I'm currently playing in a Torchbearer game, which is an upcoming indie tabletop by the guys who made Burning Wheel.
Who made what?
Burning Wheel?
That's not a thing.
It is. It was a really popular... Well, it was a big deal in the fucking weirdo indie RPG community over the last, like, 10 years. It's really good.
Oh, fuck. I'm getting real close on
I
it.
think we're seeing your taskbar.
We are seeing your taskbar.
Apologize, guys. Also, the game doesn't pause, so that's frustrating.
Coaster GT. I don't know how to pronounce that. Night,
okay.
Captain Juggy. Coaster GT says, how much will the game cost? Is this
The Coaster GT.
Oh, Coaster
I think
GT.
this
Yeah.
game is. I think it's full price. I mean, I'm not 100% sure. Somebody could definitely double check that, but
Have fun at QuakeCon, Jordan.
Have fun, Jordan. Try not to sit in too many gross, sweaty chairs.
Bring a towel.
I wonder. QuakeCon.
No, seriously,
QuakeCon
though.
is this week. I wonder
Yeah.
if they're. I wonder if they're going to be
Think so.
showing off Doom finally.
Oh, is that what they've been working on secretly? Not so secretly?
I don't think it's secret.
Okay.
I think I'm out of cash to keep resurrecting these guys, so that's frustrating.
Uh-oh. That's pretty bad.
Well, he's
You
almost
can-
dead.
He is. You can do it. I believe in you, Phil.
I think we just killed him.
Nice.
Tom Don says there's awesome Doom art prints being sold there this week at QuakeCon. That's cool.
Okay. No.
I hope they're ready to show off Doom 4. I want to see what they're doing with Doom 4.
Oh, that was cool. How his
pretty
axe
cool.
came down on him.
Yep.
It was nice.
Nice touch.
It's sad when cool things have bad stuff.
It is. It's a bummer. I'm glad that there's cool things,
Yeah.
you know, but yeah. You know what this is weirdly making me want to play, Janine?
Among
What's
the
that?
treasures you claimed is the great
Oh, thanks,
sword of
Janine.
the hero
Uh,
of Leeds.
I'm asking in Janine's stead because she was clearly.
I asked Janine, I asked you, do you know what this is weirdly making me want to play? And she isn't gonna guess, but
I don't.
Vindictus?
Oh.
No, have you ever played Vindictus?
Yes, very briefly, very briefly.
Oh. It's I don't want to say it's similar, because it's not a 2D beat 'em up at all. It's like a 3D action game, but a lot of the progression stuff seems similar, and like returning to old dungeons and stuff like that.
It's also kind of Monster Hunter-y.
It is a little Monster Hunter-y, yeah. There's lots of crafting and like collecting stuff from enemies and all sorts
Farming
of stuff.
bosses to make your shit.
Somebody said,
You succeed
Dr.
in
Evilbone says,
acquiring
please
intel on the
Doom 4
underground
be
fortress.
super fast
This
arcade
job will be
shootery action
completed
and not another
once you
System
report
Shock
to
retread.
Count Dean.
I think the people making Doom 4 should probably take a look at Rise of the Triad and do
Yeah.
do something like that. That would be pretty cool. I've been playing
I
more of
heard
that
that-
game, and that's
yeah.
kind of fun, guys.
How is the single player campaign?
Generic username is giving me bad advice. Here's the thing, generic username. I don't know whether I want something until I identify
This job
it.
will be completed once you report to
That's
Count Dean.
kind of a problem. Cool.
Oh boy.
I agree. I agree completely.
Yeah.
Back again, eh?
People are talking about PlayStation Home, so I think we've lost this chat.
Oh boy.
I think that's the line.
I was really
But there-
surprised when I found out that people still do stuff on that.
I got a free month of PlayStation Plus through that, so it wasn't all bad.
How? Wait, how? What did you do?
During E3, if you did some stuff at their E3
You
booth
succeeded
in Home,
acquiring
they gave you a
intel
free month
on
of
the
PlayStation
underground
Plus.
fortress.
This year?
This job
This
will be
year.
completed once
Weird.
you report.
They did a real bad job of telling people about it. Clearly.
That's super
You
weird.
report everything
Yeah.
you learned
I'll be right
to
back, guys.
Count Dean.
He's not coming back.
Okay.
Unfortunately, naturally, he demands the great sword. But at least he's in a good mood now. He thought you'd just flee, but you didn't. It seems that he thinks much more highly
Okay,
of
I
you
got a
now.
bunch more money now.
Dean confides in you some of the problems in the castle. Once the king went missing, the prime minister began recommending the Archduke Bulgar is an aggressive
You're gonna go
nation to
spy
the
on
north.
stuff?
McNeil is related to the King of Highland and has
There's all these politics, man.
Count Dean claims that McNeil has been rallying nobles. in
Apricot
Highland
Sushi says, I
to
love this
support his
background. It's
claims.
straight out of a Renaissance painting. Yeah, we've been saying that. I think the backgrounds in general and the environments in general are really,
He
really.
says that Thomas
pretty.
is extremely trustworthy.
I guess those are easy things to
Prime Minister and the Princess
not have be controversial.
Seems you are being
That's also another thing that I mentioned, that sort of washed out color palette earlier, and it really contributes to that sort of old painting feeling, more with the backgrounds than with the characters in the foreground. But
Yeah, totally.
Since you completed the job at the castle, you return to the Adventurers Guild to tell them what transpired.
May I help you? What would you like?
Let's see here.
Since you completed the job at the castle, you return to the Adventurers Guild to tell them what transpired.
I'm back. I told you I'd come back.
you're a bit quiet.
God, every time I leave.
Oh, this is pretty rad. 10% chance to poison enemies.
That's a pretty good. That's a good
Like
thing.
that.
Hmm. How about now? Better?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
right, I think I'm gonna go save my game and actually turn off the stream for tonight because I need to do actual work.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Do you mean playing a video game?
Yeah. But a different video game.
Psh.
Apricot Sushi points out, even Elf Girl has some pretty massive thighs. I think that's true.
That people often say, well, she's the character who isn't sexualized. And nah, son.
She's just a different taste.
She's covered up, though. I mean, there's that. That's a thing. That's something. Her head's so small. Everyone's head's so small. No, Magnet, I'm actually not playing Rise of the Triad for review. I wish, but I'm not. Blazing Raven says, Janine, please stream anything. Wow, somebody's really. We need. Apparently, Blazing Raven needs somebody streaming.
I tried to stream Skyrim last night, and it just kept dropping every 5 minutes. It was a huge bummer.
Oh, really? What was going on?
I don't know. My connection flaked out shortly after, so it might have been that. But yeah, it's not.
Yeah, because I saw you were streaming it and I was excited, but I didn't get a chance to actually watch any. Thanks to everybody for tuning in. We had a lot of people watching, so hopefully if you're a first-time viewer and we're not completely upset about our trying to discuss serious issues, hopefully you'll tune back in.
Where can they find you?
Yeah, they can find me twitter.com/pkohler. Obviously, if you're watching this on YouTube and you want to watch live, it's twitch.tv/kefkatarian. If you're watching it live and you want to catch up on some of the older stuff we've done, it's youtube.com/kefkatarian. And we will definitely we'll be back soon. I don't know. I think Andrew is doing another stream tomorrow.
I hope.
Yeah.
And as always, my constant refrain: if Baby has not showed up, then I'll probably stream something in the next day or two. I don't know.
I think
It's like
I'm
the only
probably
thing
gonna
to
do
keep
the
me
next
sane right now.
Stream on
Okay.
Friday if I can.
Oh, awesome! That's great.
Can you remind people why that's rad?
That is rad because I'm playing Scribblenauts without using E's. I've got 3 E's I can use in emergencies, and I already used one of them up doing something stupid.
It's pretty stupid.
We've got 2 E's to last us for the rest of the game, basically. And other than that, it's no words with E's. Also, I added a bunch of custom content to the game, which doesn't use, content that doesn't use E's, including Phil and Austin. So that's going to be
excited.
fun.
Yeah, we
I'm
definitely
pretty
do
excited.
not have E's in our name, our first names at least.
Join the group, contribute to the wiki.
Where can people find you guys?
I'm on twitter.com/Austin_Walker. And you can find the stuff I write at clockworkworlds.com.
And I'm at twitter.com/bleatingheart. That's bleeding like eating, the tea and stuff. And my website is healerarchermage.com.
Awesome. So we'll be back soon. We'll do some stuff. I'll talk to Dylan about getting that fighting game thing started, so we'll do that soon too. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Have a good night.
Night.
Bye.